Hi there, welcome back to the Hoff Time Report, because we all know how much fun Hoff Time is, right? Let's hop right into today's topic. Idaho's legislative budget writers are being dishonest when they say a proposed higher education budget combats the leftist indoctrination happening on Idaho's college and university campuses. It does not even close. It is true that the legislature's budget committee voted to restrict the use of state funds for social justice, but that prohibition does not preclude the schools from accessing other pools of public money to keep funding for such programs alive, rendering that restriction pretty meaningless. Additionally, lawmakers pathetically voted to cut Boise State University's budget by about $400,000, supposedly to punish the school for its otherwise unflappable fealty to socialist professors and their brainwashed students. But that's a measly 0.2% of BSU's state appropriation, and it's less than a tenth of its total budget, which is about $615 million, basically just a rounding error. The fact is, the social justice agenda eats up millions of dollars, not thousands, at Boise State, University of Idaho, Idaho State University, and Lewis Clark State College. The most notorious offender, of course, is Boise State, where students are required to take social justice classes to graduate. They've got a campus radio station that's awash in news from the left-leaning National Public Radio. The student government constitution was rewritten to promote leftist extremism, and there's a pro-police coffee shop that was run off of campus with the tacit support of the school's administration. Lawmakers also know that Boise State is not the only problem campus in the state system, but those other schools emerged in the budget proposal completely unscathed. As previously noted, the University of Idaho is heavy into social justice with its blatant Black Lives Matter advocacy. U of I even has a pro-gay and lesbian advocacy office. The school features an implicit bias team that encourages faculty and students to snitch on each other so that they can be investigated and students can be expelled and staff fired for perceived microaggressions. Even less scrutiny has been given to Idaho State University, where several of ISU's departments also join Black Lives Matter advocacy, or Lewis Clark State College with its own inclusion and diversity programs and staff, including a center that instructs professors to include critical race theory into their curriculum. The proposed higher education budget amounts to nothing more than a piece of political theater. It frees lawmakers like Senator Carl Crabtree, the lead architect of the proposal, to play the role of conquering hero when he returns home to Grangeville, where the news of what happens in Boise is pretty sparse. Once there, he'll get to put on a performance for his constituents about how he struck a blow against the leftists at Boise State. For their parts, the folks in the four-year schools will cry crocodile tears and howl about how much the cuts hurt, knowing that the budget really does nothing to change higher education or its leftist trajectory. The legislature, though, still has a chance to reject the college and university budget, which the House of Representatives did twice in 2020. Doing so again, passing a budget with real cuts and real social justice spending restrictions, would not only start the process of repairing the damage done to Idaho's post-secondary institutions, but it would also send a message to other states facing similar problems. Left unattended, the indoctrination of America's college students is a crisis that will lead to our country's undoing. This is a challenge that the Idaho State Legislature and state legislatures across the country have the power and the duty to address.